You alright? You staring me out, son? Hey? You staring me out? Do you want some? Hey? Do you want shivving? Alright folks, how's it going? There's Cattys. I'm actually out. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna be no shorts today. This is all completely, we're going out in the woods and having a little day out, as they say, Mickey Flanagan and all that. So stay tuned folks. I've even got my sunglasses on. It's a glorious day, glorious at the moment. A bit too bloody nice for October if you ask me, but anyway, stay tuned. You staring me out, son? Hey? You staring me out? Do you want some? Hey? Do you want shivving? Do ya? Yeah, told you, didn't I? Yeah, you want some? You want some? Yeah, go on, go on, get out of here. Go on off, I'll bloody shiv ya. Yeah, that's it, go on, you go and tell your mates. Oh, bloody hell. First thing in the morning. Getting psyched out with a cat. I almost said a carrot then. Did you notice how my, you know, when I sort of squared up to that cat, did you notice how sort of hard I was, you know what I mean? Bit of an Essex boy gangster and all that. I'm only joking, but yeah. Yeah, good job he ran away, wasn't it? Otherwise he was going to get some off me. Look at me babbling on. Anyway, we're going up to my little spot for the day. I've got some, I'm actually going to have a go at making the little sheath, similar to what Otzi made, Otzi the Iceman. And I'm literally just going to make mine out of some cut. But anyway, I'm giving too much of the video away already, you know. Anyway, let's get to this spot anyway. Spider webs. Indiana Jones at a... yeah, whatever. What is nice is that everything's as I left it. So I've got some wood to be getting on with my fire, and yeah, so you know what the first port of call is, don't you? So there's my kettles, my little pots on. Found that bit of cherry there, and I'm thinking like down the thicker end I might take some of that home for carving. I think cherry's one of my favourite woods for carving, if I'm honest. So I was going to use some of it just for burning, and as I say, the thicker bits down there I might have for a bit of spoon carving. What do you reckon? Fashion a couple of pegs, bit of a breeze coming through, so I'm going to put my poncho up, just a bit of a windbreak really, nothing too bad. Oh, so I've been arsing around with that that new sort of that, I don't know what they call it, you know, on the Dave Canterbury's thing, like the quick setup toggle system, bucking, Ridgeline, whatever it is, blah blah blah. Anyway, I've got to admit I do like the idea of having the 2 toggles on it already, and then finishing it off. I mean, if you haven't seen it already, you know, I'm not going to plug Dave Canterbury, but you know, there is a video over on his channel if you want to go and see it. But I'm quite impressed with it, if I'm honest. It's a good idea. that a bit drier, which I thought I had. Right, let's do this then. So I want this local bannock. The reason why it's that colour, because I've got cinnamon in it. Oh, no, I can't stand it when it's like that. Oh, I think I put enough flour on there to prevent the stickiness. That's annoying. That's very annoying. I can't stand that. Oh well. Let's get it in the pan anyway. Can't stand that. Now some of you all, you know, if you watch the video and you get to this bit and all the rest of it, yada yada yada, you can see that you saw how sticky my bannock was. And bearing in mind, folks, this is titanium, you know, and all these people out there that, oh no, you shouldn't use titanium, it's this, it's that. My eggs don't even stick in it either. You know, it's just how you season it. You've got to treat it like cast iron and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, it's still a metal. And you know, it works fine for me. You know, I've even had people contact me via Instagram and stuff like that, asking me how I season my titanium pan. You know, I'm not having a go, you know what I mean, I'm just saying, but you know, it's just, look, it's nothing sticking, and you saw how bloody soggy that was. It annoyed me a bit, if I'm honest. I don't like it like that. That's why I put extra flour in, but obviously the flour got absorbed into the bannock itself. I mean, I even had my spatula at the ready just in case. It's just a cheaper version of, still nice, down to Bannock Bread. Just missing some butter, but with the cinnamon in it. That's, yeah, it tastes good. Bit of a cinnamon thing going on today. I'm going to have a licorice and cinnamon tea. As I say, I wanted to do, I wanted to have a go at having to make the Otzi the Iceman style sheath. When we was at the wilderness gathering this year, there was a gentleman there who I think helps out Dave Budd, if I'm honest, on his stall. And ironically, the sheath I'm going to make it with is a little knife that I purchased from Dave Budd many years ago when he was sort of maybe first knocking about, especially at the wilderness gathering. So I thought that was ideal to use for the sheath, to go into the Otzi style one that I'm going to make. And yeah, I could use cedar bark or cedar based or ash based and all the rest of it, lime bark rather. But what I'm going to do, just because it's my first time playing around with making it, I'm going to use this sort of this hawser laid cordage, and then use that as my for sort of holding it all together. So that's my plan. And we'll see how it comes out. I'm not sure it'll be something that I would use on a regular basis, but just having a go at making one and seeing the process of how potentially, you know, Otzi the Iceman had made his. I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and you know, so I'm just going to put my little, well, not a twist at all really, I'm just copying what someone else has done really. So we'll see how it comes out. That kettle nearly boiled, that pot nearly boiled. Say that weren't fiddly. So as you can see, I've got a one row up there, and then I've come back on the second row to put there, and then basically the idea is to do it all the way down. The loops obviously need to be at the top where the knife goes. Maybe there was some attachment there that he held it onto his knife belt, whatever. And then the plan is at the bottom is to hold all those strands together, tie them together, and then, you know, you've got your sheath. So I did it without my glasses on because I couldn't be bothered to get my glasses out. I just wanted to get the row done. But that's the first two. Right, so there you go. Now at the moment there's sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers of what's that? Weft, I think they call it. So obviously I want it to house the knife. So it's ideal with the string, so it needs to go quite a way down really at the moment, down to about there. So some video I watched a guy out in the States. I'll actually put a link to his channel down below if you want to go look at his, but he's sort of used line based and done it a lot more natural than I have, and he's actually making it look a lot sort of easier than how it feels that I'm doing it. It's taking a lot of concentration for me personally, which ain't hard, you know, to do it, but it's all good fun, isn't it? It's very satisfying. It's very much like how you do reed matting when you lay the reeds down, and then you find a length of cord in the middle, and then either lark's foot it or do whatever, and then you're basically just plaiting it through to make a bit of a dance there, sort of bounding it round your bundles of reed or whatever it is. In my case, I'm obviously using this cordage. So it's quite a good idea really. I mean, you know, I'm using natural materials as opposed to what I'm using. Who knows, I've got some stinging nails at home. I could even have a go at making another one once I get used to doing these. Must remember to put my glasses on though, but I'm going to have a little breather for a minute, because it's obviously sapping me of energy. About there, so then the idea, as I say, is to whether I keep that sheath in there as well, just to sort of hold the knife in place. So the idea is then to sort of tie them off at the bottom, which I'll probably do about there, so I can obviously get access to the knife. And then what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to use my saddle. Well, I'll probably take that out of there actually, just to give it the space. And then what I'm going to do is, I don't know, I suppose, you know, being all romantic about it, obviously might have used a bit of deer antler or whatever to weave in the rest of the weft up the top to sort of seal it together. But for me, I'm going to delve into my my little possibles pouch. And I'm going to use possibly a sail needle. I'll see how it goes, it's just whether or not I can do it, but we'll play it by ear. We'll see how we get on, eh? I'll keep the video on for this, and as I say, I'm doing it a little bit, you know, blind leading the blind. Just bind it up at the bottom there. Because obviously what I want to do then is obviously sew that back up there, but I'm doing it with just the one piece of cord. So let's just have a look now with the knife in there. I mean, so I'm going to have to take that sheath off. The guy I spoke to at the gather, and he had like a slivering of I don't know, like a bit of bark or something like that. So if I sort of do it like that, not only that's going to be quite a snug fit for the knife, and also it still gives me enough handle to pull it out. I mean, I can sort of maybe try and maybe tie it down a bit more so the knife goes in a bit further, which I think I'll probably go with actually. I'll come back to you in a second. Still, what happened was when I pulled, because this is only like a garden twine, and when I've pulled it, I've actually snapped it a little bit. So obviously what I'm going to do is just knock that up a few times, wrap it round a bit tighter. And then rather than me use two sort of threads, I'll just use the one length to give me enough to go up the side. Right, okay. Pulled it through the eyelet. Just keep it. There, obviously I'll put the weft. I keep calling it a weft, I think that's what it's called. If it isn't, then someone please correct me, you basket experts out there. There we go, folks. If that's how it's meant to be done, I don't know, but right, so let's have a look then. I'll take the needle off and everything else. Wow, I actually tied the cordage off at the bottom a little bit more so it weren't protruding out quite, so the handle of the knife wasn't protruding out quite as much. I wonder if I can actually get that in there. It would obviously just sort of help the knife somewhat. Oh, don't split on me or anything, please. What do you reckon? Go with that? Maybe I could attach a piece of, I think, from what I can gather, I think Otzi had a bit of leather or some sorts, you know, on there to obviously hang it off his belt. So yeah, let's take that out a minute and I'll just finish off the stitching. I've just spent about 15 seconds like that looking for this so I can put the awl and the other sail needle away. That lets you know my intelligence, doesn't it? Right, so there it is, folks. My Otzi the Iceman inspired knife sheath. I've just used a Maxpedition sort of tag there, and there you have it. Yeah, I could have maybe put the cordage down a little bit more, but at least it gives me something to grab off the handle. So yeah. Nice, isn't it, when you come out and sometimes you can get a bit of wood and take it home for projects. I'm going to take some of this cherry home. I might even cut up those two bits actually. If you ain't done already, do this guy a favour and go over and subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button, hit the notification button, bell, so it lets you know when my next video is coming out. And also share them with your worst enemies. Alright, so even if you don't like me, don't like my videos, it's not a bad idea to share it with your worst enemies, is it? Bit of reverse psychology there. I'm off, so thanks for watching. If you had any, you know, if you've made an Otzi sheath, let me know your. So thanks for watching, folks, and right, folks, thanks for watching, and oh, fuck. All right, folks, thanks for watching. If you like the Otzi sheath, if you've made one, or it's going to sort of spur you on to make one, nice little winter project, or when you're sitting around a fire out in the woods, or even outside your fireplace at home. Alright folks, hope you like that video. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.